What the NES Classic did for the 8-bit era, the Super NES Classic does even better for the 16-bit era. Which is to say, it kicks a lot of ass. By bringing together 21 of the finest Super Nintendo games ever released, or never released in Star Fox 2's case, and strapping on a few modern-day features, the Super NES Classic breathes new life into a library of games that have largely withstood the test of time. And it's all contained within the adorable shell of a mini Super Nintendo. Aww! Now, before we get too carried away, let's go over some bad news first. And that's the fact that the Super NES Classic only has 21 games as compared to the NES Classic's 30. But here's the good news. Almost every game here is really good at worst and fantastic at best. I mean, you have classic RPGs like Final Fantasy III, Earthbound, and Secret of Mana, one of the best 2D Marios ever made, one of the best 2D Zeldas, the best Yoshi game, an awesome Kirby game, no, not that one, this one, which is like 8 games in one, the original Donkey Kong Country, the Mario Kart that started it all, and even the original Star Fox before the series got rebooted to death. And to top it all off, the never-before-released Star Fox 2 makes its first official appearance ever, which we even gave its own review, so make sure to go check that out after you're done watching this one. So this is truly an all-star collection of games, with almost no filler, except for maybe Kirby's Dream Course. Sorry, Kirby. And in my opinion, these games on the whole hold up far better than the bulk of the NES Classic's library. There is so much gaming greatness here that you might be tempted to jump around from game to game just to try them all out as soon as possible. Although, switching games is still a bit of a pain because the only way to do so is by hitting reset on the system itself. It's a little annoying. Although, if you do have a Wii Classic controller lying around, you can plug that in instead and use its home button to reach the main menu. Okay, now full disclosure, I obviously haven't played all 21 games all the way through. I only had a few days to make this review, okay? But based on the portions that I have played, nearly every one of the games looked, sounded, and played almost exactly as I remembered. Except they now look even sharper thanks to the HDMI output. Almost too sharp in the case of Star Fox, in fact, as the ample use of dithering, which was imperceptible on the original hardware, is now plain as day, and can be a little distracting. Although the optional old-school CRT filter does help to hide that fact. Even the Super FX chip games, which by the way are the first time they've ever been officially emulated, ran nearly flawlessly. The only slight exception I noticed was a flashing background whenever Yoshi would touch Fuzzy and get dizzy in Yoshi's Island. It's unfortunate, but only affects a handful of levels in the game, so it's really not that big of a deal. And these exceptions aside, I'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference between the classic and a real Super Nintendo. Unless, of course, you had one of the new borders turned on, which fills in the black bars with a stationary image, some of which even change color to match what's happening on screen. But as one who prefers no borders at all, I found the option pretty pointless. Now, besides a sharper image, the Super NES Classic also provides some other tangible benefits over playing these games on their original hardware. And one of the biggest ones is a feature that returns from the NES Classic, being the ability to create up to 4 suspend points for every game, allowing you to quit at any time and then pick right back up from where you left off at later on. But the Super NES Classic takes it one step farther, now giving you the option to rewind each suspend point by up to a minute or so, allowing you to resume playing from any point therein, which is especially useful if you say you've screwed up during a boss or something. Or you can just watch it like a replay instead, in case you want to relive that sweet turn that pulled off in Mario Kart. Or, I mean, that you pulled off in Mario Kart. Not me. The suspend points and rewind features alone make the entire library even more accessible than ever before. Hardware-wise, the Super Nintendo Classic feels sturdily built. I've already accidentally dropped it a time or two with no damage whatsoever, but I do have a couple of qualms when it comes to the controller itself, or should I say controllers, because it thankfully comes with 2 of them packed in this time. Now on the upside, the cords are 2 feet longer than the pathetically short NES Classic, but they do feel a little bit on the short side, coming up 2 feet shy of the original Super Nintendo controller. Secondly, while the classic controller looks the part, it doesn't exactly feel the part, because instead of the slippery smooth plastic of the original controller, this imposter features a rougher sandpaper-like texture. It's not really uncomfortable per se, but it will definitely be noticed by those who grew up with the original system. That aside though, the Super Nintendo Classic is a fantastic piece of hardware, offering instant access to some of the best games ever created. Yeah, it still has a few annoyances, like the inability to return to the home menu from the primary controller, and of course more games would always be a good thing, with the lack of Donkey Kong Country 2 and Chrono Trigger being especially notable. But everything else about the system is sublime, and I love it for that. Whether you're looking to rekindle an old flame with games that you grew up with, or hoping to create new memories of games that you never played before, the Super NES Classic offers some of the best experiences at a reasonable price. Oh, and if you want even more, make sure to check out our full review of Star Fox 2. Just click on the card or the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to GameXplain for more on the Super NES Classic and everything else Nintendo as well. Catch you later, bye.